Hello Internet, welcome to Games Done Wrongish. This week we will be taking a look at the first two Games with Gold offerings for November 2017. The titles are Trackmania Turbo and Nights into Dreams. Trackmania Turbo is a fast-paced track racing game which reminds me of Micro Machines and Hot Wheels somewhat. The tracks range from tarmac, off-road, roller coaster and stadium tracks. Each track is fairly short, taking around 30 seconds on average to complete. The game is split up into multiple modes such as the career mode, in which you need to race around predefined tracks as fast as you can to try and set the best time and earn bronze, silver and gold medals. More tracks and courses can be opened up this way. You can unlock 8 courses which have 10 tracks in each by earning all bronze medals. After or during that, you need to unlock silver medals on those tracks and then gold medals to progress further. To unlock all the tracks in the career mode, you will need to have achieved gold on all previous tracks. This can be very tough and frustrating at times. The controls are very simplistic. You have to accelerate, brake and steer, that is all. When you reach top speed for your vehicle, you are given a short turbo boost automatically, so the main aim most of the time is to try and maintain top speed to make the most of this, as the goal is to set the fastest time you can on each track. The tarmac tracks generally require you to drift around corners and chicanes to maintain your speed. Hitting the sides or sliding out will drastically slow you down and hinder your time. For the off-road tracks and sections, you will require the patience of a saint. These were the most frustrating for me. A lot of the time you have no grip at all due to your car bouncing around the bumpy tracks. Then all of a sudden you will get all of the grip and quickly end up facing the wrong way or careering off the track completely. It takes a lot of trial and error to get used to lightly tapping the steering to get it right, and only turn a little when you can to try and straighten up. Once you have mastered off-road and are able to move past them in the career mode, you will be confronted with the roller coaster tracks. These allow you to defy gravity and complete loop-de-loops or wall rides along large sections of magnetic tracks. All the time you will need to concentrate on your direction and avoid obstacles while completing these feats. If the career mode is somehow not hard enough for you in this way, you can attempt to complete it with a friend or family member helping or rather hindering you. This mode allows 2 players to control the same car at the same time with 2 separate controllers. You need to keep in sync and ensure you are both turning, braking and accelerating at the same time. That or just laugh a lot at how crazy and impossible this makes the campaign mode. While the campaign mode can be fun or frustrating, this is not what makes this game shine. The best thing about Trackmania Turbo is the track building and multiplayer. In this game you can create your very own tracks that can be as straightforward and simple or complex and punishing as you like. Once your track is complete, you do need to race it and set a track time to ensure it can be completed. You cannot just create a track that has players racing for a couple of minutes before plunging to their deaths off the side of a cliff. Trust me, it was the first thing I tried, and because the track could not be completed, it could not be validated and saved. Once you have made a track that can be completed and competed on, you can save it and upload it to share amongst the community. As everyone can do this, the multiplayer has some amazing tracks to race on solo or with other players and friends. This gives the game an almost infinite replayability and makes it a lot more fun. If you manage to set a best time on someone's track, you can then post a 4-letter arcade style name to the leaderboard to boast about your efforts. You can then choose to save that track to your favourites so that you can easily come back to it to check if anybody has been able to better your time, and if so, try to take top spot once again. For the achievement hunters out there, this game has 48 to collect, for a total of 1000 achievement points. The estimated time to collect all of these is around 120 to 150 hours, so be prepared to be kept quite busy for some time. Overall, I think this game has got a lot of value in it. To me, it feels like a cross between Hot Wheels and something like Little Big Planet, which is not a bad combination at all. Having a decent challenging career mode with a very extensive track builder and multiplayer gives this game such a big replay value that I feel it is worth having in your collection. Usually at the start of an overview I would state what type of game I think a game is. With this one though, I'm not really sure. At the start of the game you choose to play as a young girl named Clarice or a young boy named Elliot. You need to play as both to complete various sections of the game, so it does not matter too much which you choose to start with. Once you start the game, you seem to be mugged by some wildlife, which take some orbs you are carrying. They then proceed to spread them around the level, creating a structure you need to defeat. You then walk up a small hill to a similar looking structure to the ones you need to defeat, and for some reason transform into a flying jester type character. I have no idea why this happens. Perhaps I missed something obvious, but from what I can make out, from here on you are in a dream state and can fly. Your aim from this moment on is to collect blue coloured orbs and transport them to the structures to destroy them. This can take a couple of rotations around a circular path if you do not find enough orbs the first time around. There is a time limit to this, so you need to collect them as fast as you can and destroy the structure. Once you have done this, you collect one of your stolen orbs and can proceed to return it back to home base. You need to do this multiple times to recover the orbs. Also, whilst doing this, you can also fly through rings and pick up stars to better your score for the level. I am not sure what benefits this provides later on, if anything, as I only played for a couple of hours to make this brief overview. Once you have all of the stolen orbs, a boss battle starts. The boss battles seem pretty inventive, if not a little confusing at first. As Clarice, you fight a snake-like creature. Hitting it on the head over and over seemed to be a good way to defeat it, so that is what I did. It worked. As Elliot, your first boss battle is a little more challenging at first glance. In this one, you need to grab the boss and throw them through certain obstacles to defeat them. This is a quirky game, and as stated at the start of this overview, I'm not really sure how to categorize it, which in a way makes it unique. If you are looking for something a little different from the norm, then this may be what you are looking for. It is an older game that was released on the Sega Saturn back in 1996. It was reintroduced to the Xbox 360 via the arcade label in 2012, so it is a little dated. For the achievement hunters out there, Nights into Dreams has 13 to collect for a total of 400 points. The estimated time to collect them all is 3 to 4 hours. Overall, I think this game is worth a try, as it is definitely different to most games you will play on the Xbox. For me, it did not offer enough though to make me want to go back and play it again right away. I do not want to dismiss it though, as my thoughts are mostly down to the fact that I have so many other games that I am enjoying right now and would rather get back to those. However, if I was still in school with lots of spare time and not much disposable cash, I would very likely give this much more attention. If it sounds like something you might enjoy, then give it a go, and please come back and tell me what you thought of it and what I may be missing out on if there is more I did not see during my time with the game. That wraps up this week's Games with Gold overviews. Please join me again on Friday, November 24th, 2017, when I will be taking a look at the next set of games, which are Tales from the Borderlands and Deadfall Adventures. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, then give it a thumbs down. But please try to leave some constructive feedback in the comments below this video so that I can try to make more enjoyable content for you in the future. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe by clicking on the icon in the middle of this screen. To learn more about the channel, you can click the What is Games Done Wrongish video on the left, or you can visit my website at www.gamesdonewrongish.com. Thank you, and until the next time, goodbye.